The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/wreckingandracing, and Twitter @wreckingandracing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saki here, and welcome back to the first race of NASCAR Racing 2003 season in the 2019 season. We are here at Daytona to run the Daytona 500, and myself and Brandon are starting shotgun on the field in the back. We don't have a good single car speed, but by golly, we do have a good car that can pull up through traffic. There's Brandon on the outside of us in the 27 Wrecking and Racing Toyota. We are in the Civilization Gathering Storm DLC Camaro. And let's see what these 20 laps can bring. We run 10% race length, and we run 3x tire and fuel consumption. So there will be pit stops just after halfway here. We want to keep our nose clean. It's a long season, and we'll see how we do here. We're behind Ryan Newman in the 6 in the Oscar Mayer Mustang. Outside is Jamie McMurray. Green flag is on, and we are racing in the 2019 season. Brandon gets a decent run on the outside. We'll watch that yellow line. We won't go under it. Brandon starts to look through the middle there on the outside of Newman. We may follow him through here. Looks like the bottom was bogged down just a bit, so we'll get that pull. Brandon tries to cut to the bottom. The 38 of David Reagan is blocking his way. Newman gets a run down on the bottom behind the 11 of Hamlin, and we will just push Brandon on through here. We'll give him a little bump down the back straightaway on the first lap, getting this car up to speed and see if we can make some moves here. Ideally, I want a car behind me to make sure that we are snugly in the draft. Looks like the bottom's open. I'm not going to move down just quite yet. We'll just see if Brandon can get a run on the inside here and start forcing these cars outside. Brad Keselowski is out there in the 2, and we do have help behind. That's the first lap in the book so far, clean and green. We're right there on his back bumper, under the 4 of Kevin Harvick here. Can't see who's leading up there, but it is one big pack, 2 and sometimes 3 wide on the start for sure. There goes Brandon down to the bottom. Harvick tries to move down to the inside. Let's see if we can fill that space before turn 3, and we can. Harvick will get back out to the middle line behind the 6. There's the 97, who unfortunately will not make the show in real life this year. And yeah, kind of stuck behind Kyle Busch and Clint Bowyer here. Denny Hamlin, we've got a couple of the Gibbs guys right in front of us here. Stuart Haas also not having an outstanding day with Harvick and Bowyer back here. Yeah, looks like the middle might be the place to go. Bottom is sort of bogging down. 3 wide, looks like Eric Jones is up there on the very top line, right up against the wall. And it is a mad scramble. It's a rolling parking lot for sure. Let's get down to the bottom here and see what we've got. We've got Austin Dillon in the middle, right behind Bubba Wallace, and that bottom line is rolling. Ryan Blaney up top. The car wants to push out just a little bit here. And looks like Austin will cut down to the bottom. I'm really surprised at how orderly all of this chaos is. A lot of guys are going for broke here. Brandon washes up just a little bit on Matt DiBenedetto in the 95. And we got Paul Menard out there in the 21. And we see Ty Dillon in the 13 Geico Camaro right out front. Bubba is not giving us any time of day, putting his fender right on our door. But we should be able to complete the pass here and sort of get to this lead pack. Looks like Chase Elliott is out front leading the way. Just a scant half second in front of us, but we are bogged down here in traffic. Another lap in the books. Stenhouse looks to be dropping back, as well as Alex Bowman there up top. The 42, Kyle Larson in the middle, and we're pushing Kyle Busch forward. And William Byron out there in the middle. I would say he's leading the second line, but Chase Elliott is up there leading the second line. Chase gets moved out of the way. We have to mind this yellow line. Let's see if we can get any momentum here with a little tap. See if we can speed Brandon up just a skosh so he can get to the inside. Kyle Busch still cuts him off. A little bit of the apron skirting just a bit. Eric Almirola up top. And Brandon leaves the door open for us just a little bit on the inside, but gets back in line. Let's see if we can give him a push here. Landon Castle to the outside. And there's Martin Truex in the brand new 19 Bass Pro Shop Cabela's Toyota. And Chase has made his way all the way back here. Well, I do say all the way back here, but we have made some good positive runs here in order to get to the front. The leader isn't that far ahead of us now, and it looks like we're starting to really single file out. Let's put Chase behind us here. And we've got Michael McDowell in that 34 up top. Brandon is holding that bottom, so we will help him out. Car drifts up just a little bit. And we're really pushing well. It looks like Kyle Busch does have a very fast race car today. He's making his way into, what is that, 5th place now. Denny Hamlin, a good run for Gibbs. Brandon left the door open just a little bit. We'll take the bottom here, hug that yellow line, and see if we can get a pull off of these Gibbs Toyotas. So Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. all running together there. Joey Logano and Chris Buescher with a spirited run there in second is really good. And even Daniel Suarez in the 41, vacated by Kurt Busch. This year, Kurt is in the 1 car. So some new faces, new paint schemes up front. Brandon right there on our outside corner will clear him. And we'll see if we can pull him around. I don't know if he was able to get clear of, it looks like Chase Elliott back there, but we will get the pull off Martin Truex Jr. here and continue moving forward. Jimmy Johnson up front as well, so a good turnaround for Jimmy. We do have the Ally Chevy, but I have multiple paint schemes selected for these guys, so from week to week, they will be in another car. And it doesn't look like Jimmy is in the Ally Camaro this week. Let's see if we can get right behind Kyle Busch here. Eric Almirola to the inside, and one of the RCR cars, Hemrick, looking to the inside in that 8 car. He and Austin Dillon are running nearly identical paint schemes. We'll go through the middle as best we can. No, yellow flag is out. So there was an incident. Looking behind us, I don't see a whole big group of cars, so looks like myself and Brandon got through it. We will complete this caution, probably come in for pit stops so we can pit under yellow if we are within our range, and be right back for the green. So right side tires will come on, we will fill up, we are within our pit window, and strangely enough, a lot of guys decided to stay out. If they don't pit, that's going to be really bad for them. Oh, and it looks like the 13 of Ty Dillon has some rear end damage there. He was collected in that incident. But we'll get off of pit road here. Looks like we'll be behind Denny Hamlin. Yes, indeed. And see what shakes out for the green. So I will be right back. Pace car is off, and as you saw, a bunch of the leaders decided to go one extra lap, so they are behind us with 1 lap more fuel than we've got, but we are good. But on the green flag, everyone decides to fan out. We're pushing Ricky Stenhouse Jr. There is Matt Tifft right in front of us in the 36. Brandon on the inside going for the lead. And we've got a good run through here. Let's go through the middle here. So Brandon out front. Let's see if we can split the 30 cars. No, they closed the door. The 36 and the 38 won't let us get through. That's a momentum killer, but we'll be on the outside. We see Kyle Push down there on the bottom. And let's just punch the middle. We have got to make this line work. And can we get between Keselowski and Hamlin? A little bit of a touch there. Not bad. I don't think any damage. Jimmy Johnson pushing that bottom line, Tiff around us, and we've got Denny Hamlin to our outside. Brandon will lead the lap, and Brad Keselowski cuts to the bottom. We're into Hamlin just a touch. Let's see if we can get to the bottom. Jimmy Johnson is right there to our inside. We're trying to make this outside line work as much as we can. We can get right in between Brad Keselowski, force him 3 wide. We have help in the middle, but they also got help on top. I want to get to the bottom if we can. Kurt Busch looking down there behind Jimmy Johnson. Brandon blocking to the bottom. The extreme yellow line. So put Brandon in front, Matt Tifft in second. We're running third, Jimmy Johnson fourth, Kurt Busch fifth. And the laps are winding down here at Daytona. We were getting ready to pit on green flag stop, so pitting under caution allows us to save the tires on the car. We only took right sides that time. Looks like we're going to need them to bob and weave. The 36 cut our nose off. Let's see if we can push Jimmy Johnson up forward. It feels like we have a very fast car that we cannot do anything with. Right on the door. Oof. Let's see if we can make it work. Jimmy Johnson in the middle. Kurt Busch forcing guys down. Matt Tiff still fighting there. Can we clear him before we get to the turn? Let's force the issue, get down to the bottom, and get out of this place. So Brandon running up front. We have second place, and we've got the gaggle of cars behind us. Let's see if we've got anything for him. We don't want to wait until the last lap to make our move, but we are definitely fast, and if we can get the right run at the right time, we should be able to get around him. Tift looking up top in that 34. We've got Keselowski behind us in the 2. No, that's Chase Elliott in the 9, the Napa Camaro. Can't really see over our rear spoiler. All I knew it was a white top car, and it's Chase Elliott. Brandon protecting that yellow line as much as he can. We'll have to shoot to the outside if we want to get around him, I think. For the time being, though, I will push him forward, see if we can get away from this pack. But the pack is locked to our rear bumper. Chase Elliott is not going to let me go. So as the laps tick down, I'm going to have to think of something to do to get around him. Maybe Chase can help me. But it's all going to come down to the runs and the momentum. Lay into his back bumper just a little bit. The car is starting to push. Chase Elliott fills that spot. The 3 of Austin Dillon down there too. The 6 of Ryan Newman. We've got Tift on our outside, and if we are able to really make a run from the middle lane before, we should be okay this time. We'll get the pull off of Elliott, see if we can get the middle here. Austin Dillon tried to move up. Newman was trying to pass Dillon at the same time that Newman was passing Dillon. Oh man, that's nuts. We scrub into Chase just a little bit, get the pull off the 3. And we'll get the drive from Brandon here on the outside groove. Looks like Newman is wanting to make the pass. We've cleared Austin Dillon, though, worked our way back from the outside. And charging the outside groove. Let's see if we can get a nose to the outside of Brandon. We have the run. And it looks like we'll have the help from behind. If he's bogging down on corner exit, we might be able to complete the pass here. Brandon up to the door. It's a side draft. We'll run the second groove here. I don't think we'll complete the pass. He will get us on corner entry, but if he bogs down holding the yellow line on corner exit, we might be able to get him here. Still 2 by 2 by 2. Dylan with a really strong push on Brandon's rear bumper. We've got Elliott, or we did have Elliott with a strong push in the back. I can't see who that is right behind us. And it looks like we've sort of separated away. I don't see much of the pack right behind us. And the 00 is right there. Lap traffic is going to be a thing. Austin Dillon goes, he bogs down a little bit. It looks like that 00 is trying to make the pass, and that caused Austin to roll out. So we do have a hole on the bottom if we want to get down to the bottom before that 00 fills it. The 00 has a run. Brandon back and forth blocking the bottom. The 00 will put his nose right there in the middle. So still fighting back. I don't know if this lap car is going to be an issue. Here comes the other Richard Childress racing car, Hemrick, on the inside in that gold number 8. We do have Eric Jones to the inside. We can't come down. Jones is there. Let's see if we can get a pull off the 8. But Jones is not going to let me in, and they're all down to the bottom. They're all trying to hang me out to dry. Chris Buescher back there behind the 20. We're going to have to do some old-fashioned fighting on the outside. We need the first line to sort of move up. Brandon moves up a bit. We can get the pull off him. Hemrick goes to the outside. White flag is in the air. Last lap of the Daytona 500. We need a big run here if we are to succeed. Lap traffic may not be a factor, but that bottom lane is sealed up tight. With this pull off Hemrick and here in Landon, we might be able to get a pull off Landon Castle here and get to the middle. Let's see if we can get Landon uprooted. We've got the pull off Brandon through the middle. Eric Jones has the help with Buescher, but it looks like Buescher is trying to complete the pass. We're touched a little bit down on the apron. We're going to have to come up a bit. Landon Castle is a buffer. Oh, that sucks for Landon. He was going to have a really good run, but we were turned down towards the apron. Eric Jones will get a run. I don't know if Chris Buescher can get us at the line, but checkered flag is out. Brandon fighting back hard, and I don't know if we got third or fourth with that. And the Richard Childress racing cars, well, Austin Dillon is not happy about how we came back onto the track, obviously. Austin spun us around, and we're going to have to look at the... Don't hit me. Take a look at the standings as they were across the line and take a look at that caution that came out here. So let's go back to the finish as it was. And let's go with one lap to go and watch it from the television camera. See what we got here. So there we were in the second groove behind the 8 of Hemrick. This was the pack. Pack screams by. We're trying to force our way down here behind Landon Castle. So Castle will pass the 8, and this is where we can try to get our nose right there under Castle. Now going into turn 3 is where we tried to close the door on the 20. We had a good run here, but we weren't clear and just inches. And then as we come back, we almost took out the 20. Landon Castle, that could have caused a bigger incident. And we were just fighting hard to come across the line. Landon lost a good amount of momentum. He's going to drop to nearly the last car in that group. But we did get Chris Buescher at the line, so a third place for us. Let's take a look at that first incident with the 13 that brought out that caution. It was going to be on lap 7. So in the middle of all this pack, there we were behind the 19. Right behind Kurt Busch, there's William Byron, being pushed by Kyle Larson, and I think it happens in turn 3 and 4. So already, there was Brandon in the middle, right above Hemrick. The push under Newman in the 42. And they're trying to go 4 wide here. Oh, and Larson doesn't cut the 13 any slack. The 13 up into the fence, and there's the 88 into the wall hard. That's an inconvenient camera view. Let's go TV1 here for Ty Dillon. And up into the wall and then down into the 88 and around he goes. 88 had nowhere to go. The 33 involved as well as the 43 of Bubba Wallace. So the 88 hit a ton. The 95 has engine damage as well of Matt DiBenedetto. So let's go to the end and see what your top 10 are. So coming across the line, Brandon got the win. Eric Jones in second. We got third. Chris Busher fourth. And it will be Michael McDowell in fifth. Daniel Hemrick in sixth. Austin Dillon in seventh. Ryan Newman in eighth. At least that should update to eighth. Says he's 12th. He shouldn't be. Yeah, McDowell in 5th. Austin in 7th. Should be 6th. Yeah, there we go. Updated standing. So Ryan Newman was indeed 8th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 9th. Eric Almirola in 10th. Oh, he must have just barely got William Byron at the line. Yes, indeed. And just coming into the top 10 is Eric Almirola by a nose over William Byron. So let's take a look at the standings as they are. Brandon has the guaranteed spot in the chase with his 1 win, but as it's only the first race of the season and every spot is worth 1 position and 1 point, don't pay too much mind of this. Matt Tifft is your cutoff driver. Brad Keselowski rounds out your top 20. But next week at Atlanta, it could all flip. But that's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. Take care.